Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for coming. Be welcome to your English class. Bienvenidos, gracias a todos por conectarse. Vamos a dar inicio con la sesión de clase para este día. And at first, we are going to read the versicle for this week, and it's Matthew 5:3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, remember the word is poor in spirit. Bueno, el día de ayer ya revisamos algunas traducciones, ¿verdad? Nos quedamos en la Amplified Bible que nos explica qué es esto de Blessed, quiénes son los poor in spirit y qué es el Kingdom of Heaven. We are going to take a look for another translation. Ya habíamos adelantado que este versículo no cambia mucho de una versión a otra. Vamos a la Christian Standard, va la misma idea. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Holman Christian Standard Bible, esta versión sí lo presenta de otra manera. Dice, the poor in spirit are blessed. Los pobres en espíritu son bendecidos. For the kingdom of heaven is there. Porque el reino de los cielos es de ellos. Luego, si vamos a American Standard, vamos a ver la misma situación de blessed, el adjetivo blessed. Aramaic Bible cambia bastante la perspectiva que hemos traído. Nótese algunas cosas que tiene esta versión. En primer lugar, comienza con el adjetivo blessed by, bendecidos por, the spirit or the poor. Estas versiones que lo traducen de esta manera es la que a veces hacen pensar que cuando the Lord Jesus dijo estas palabras se refería a los poor en términos de las personas que no son riches o que no tienen riches o que no son o que no tienen wealth, que no tienen riquezas, que no tienen dinero, por así decirlo. Pero interesante que en las versiones anteriores aparece poor in spirit, pero aquí aparece the spirit y aparece con capital letter. Eso nos está denotando que se refiere al Espíritu Santo. Entonces, esta Aramaic Bible va más por la idea de bendecidos por el Espíritu Santo son los pobres. Because there is the kingdom of heaven. Entonces, da otra idea. Si vamos a otra versión, como lo que es la Contemporary English Version o en inglés contemporáneo, el versículo cambia también. Va con la situación de God blesses, Dios bendice, those people who depend only in Him. La inglés contemporáneo es una versión, yo le llamo que es más directa. Quita quizás aquellos elementos como poéticos o rebuscados de algunas partes de la Biblia y nos da el mensaje de una sola vez. Nos dice, God blesses, Dios bendice a aquellos que dependen solo de Él. En otras palabras, los poor in spirit podríamos definirlos como las personas que dependen solo de Dios. They belong to the kingdom of heaven. Miren esta, ya no dice que de ellos es el reino de los cielos. No, dice ellos pertenecen to the kingdom of heaven. Es una idea diferente. Dewey se va casi igual que las otras. Esta traducción no tiene mucha variante. Good New Translation, sí. Esa traducción dice, happy are those who know they are spiritually poor. Todavía más claro. Nos vuelve a hacer énfasis que cuando hablamos de poor in spirit, no se refiere a lo material. Se refiere a la parte que nos conecta con Dios. Es decir, podríamos llamarle a esto a decir, well, I'm not nothing. My God is all for me. Okay, and we have happy are those who know they are spiritually poor. The kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Bueno, nos vamos a quedar hasta acá el día de ahora con el versículo y recuerden que la value es to be poor in spirit. You have to be poor in spirit. Okay, and we go to the past progressive tense now. Well, we have here the structure for the past progressive tense. It's like the syntaxis. Pay attention because according to the grammar theories, maybe we can talking about in this structure in two ways. This is the first one. Pay attention. At first, for making a statement in past progressive tense, we have, or we need a subject, or it may be a pronoun. We need the subject or the pronoun in our sentences, okay? It's clearly here we have subject pronoun. For negative form, subject pronoun, and for interrogative form, we are going to make a change between the verb to be, was, were, and the subject is in the second place. Well, but pay attention because we have here was and were. Remember, this is the auxiliary verb. We have the auxiliary verb in this case, was, were. For negative is wasn't or weren't, and we go to the interrogative or maybe the question, and we are going to put at first this verb, was, were. And then we have to use the ing form of a verb. It's here for affirmative statement, here for negative statement, and here for the question once. Well, and there comes the next part. For some authors, they say, you have complement and you have time expression. And complement and time expression are not the same for some, but some authors, another author, maybe if we go to some books about grammar, we are going to find that these people is going to say to us, well, time expression is part of the complement. Okay. And we are going to thinking about the two ways. For example, according to this, we have in this part the complement. We have a complement like this part, and like this part. But remember, in a base form, in a base form, we can make a past progressive sentences just here, just using this part without complement. We can make negative statement too, just until this part without complement. And we can make interrogative just the ing. It's a base form. That is a base form. But we can find complement for different ways. But then come and the author says, well, you have time expression. You have time expression. You can add time expression to the complement like another part, time expression. And for the interrogative one, we have the question mark is another part for this. Okay, well, and here we have the structure for these sentences. Pay attention because we are going to use these colors to get clearly in some examples. Well, and about the time expression, well, for past tense, this time expression apply maybe for past simple tense, past progressive, past perfect, and past perfect continuous for all the past. And it's common to use last time expression, last, like a time expression, ago, in. And we have some unit time, for example, last night, last week, last weekend, last month, last year. Or maybe we can say a week ago, a month ago, a day ago, a century ago. Or maybe in a year, in a century. It depends about what we are going to talking about. And we have expression like yesterday, in the morning, at night, as in summer, Wednesday, or whatever day of the week. We can talking about the past tense in this way. Well, that is the first part. Okay, but here we have some examples. Let's see the examples. Affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. Please pay attention. We're going to talking about Alina. Okay, Alina is the subject for these sentences. It's the subject, and the subject. Then we are going to find the to be. Remember the verb to be, in this case, it's an auxiliary verb. We have was, wasn't for negative, and was at the beginning for making the interrogative form. And then we have the ing form. Okay, like running. Running is the ing form, and ing form. And then what more we have? Okay, then we go to this part that is the complement for this in the court football. Yeah, court is like a yard, or maybe we can say to like a field for playing some sport. Well, in the court football, one more time, in the court football. In this case, we have complement. This is the complement. And we have last weekend. Last weekend is gonna be the expression time last weekend to know where it happened in the past. Last weekend, and last weekend. And finally, for interrogative form, we have the question mark is the part for this. Okay, and we have here a complete structure. Remember, we have the base structure is just here. We can say it's a base structure, but we can say Alina was running is to a base structure. When we add a complement like this, is extra information. You give extra information. And if you say a time expression, you can talking about the precise moment that it happened in the past. Okay, and we have here another examples for the cases or the special case when we use past progressive tense for simultaneous action, or maybe we can use this one like an interrupted action in the past for another that was completed in the past. Okay, in this example we have while, then remember this is a clausal and when is another clausal. In this case, while I was playing in the court, okay, Claudia was studying. Well, what we have here? And if we use colors, we can find I is the subject. Then we have the yellow one for was, and the green one for the ing form of the verb playing. And we have here a complement in the court. It's a complement. In this part, we don't have time expression. Then we have Claudia is another sentences. This is another sentences. In this case is a second one, okay? Claudia. Then we have the auxiliary form was for the verb to be in past tense, and studying is another verb in ing. But in this case, we don't need, maybe, in this case, we don't need to use a complement. Well, and for this part, we don't need to expression time. Okay, but here we have another thing, and this one is the clausal. In this case, this clausal while is while. Remember, we use while to action that happened at the same time in the past. Okay, was somebody is playing in the past, the other one was studying in the past. Okay, we have two action that happen at the same time or simultaneous action. And the other one, we have the mixes between past progressive and past simple. For this, we need to use when. When is the clausal. And we have here the subject. Pay attention for the past progressive. Claudia and her sister. It's like to say they. Okay, where is the verb to be? And riding. Okay, riding is the ing form. And we have the base structure for a past progressive tense. Pay attention for this base structure. We don't need to use a complement and we don't need to use an expression time. Then we have when a child ran in front of them. The second part is another sentences, but it's a sentences in past simple tense. It's not past progressive. Okay, well, we are going to speak a little in Spanish to get it clear. Bueno, resumiendo lo que estamos viendo ahorita, no se nos olvide que tenemos esta estructura base de una sintaxis de lo que vendría siendo el pasado progresivo, en donde debemos de identificar quién es el sujeto, si estamos usando was o were, que sería el auxiliar del to be, el verbo en ing. Con esas tres cosas que tengamos, tenemos una oración base, digamos, en pasado progresivo. Y si el contexto de lo que estamos hablando ya se sabe cuándo ocurrió eso o cuándo fueron esos hechos, pues hasta ahí está bien decir Alina was running y termina. Está bien decir I was playing y decir Claudia and her sister were riding cuando ya tenemos como un contexto previo. Ese es el requisito, digamos, de no usar ni complemento ni expresiones de tiempo y dejar esa estructura base. Pero hay algunos autores de gramática que el que estamos viendo ahorita considera que una cosa es el complemento y otra cosa es la expresión de tiempo. Como ya vamos a ver en el que viene, la concepción que viene más abajo, para otros autores de gramática, el complemento incluye las dos cosas, no hay por qué separarlo. Quedándonos con estos autores que lo separan, el criterio de separación del complemento y de la time expression radica en el punto que a lo que le llaman complement es extra information, información extra que complementa de lo que estamos hablando. Y la time expression la dejan como aparte porque esa sirve nada más para ubicarnos en el espacio-tiempo de cuándo fue que ocurrió eso. Recordando que el past progressive no le interesa decir si esa acción se completó, solo hacer la referencia que se estuvo dando o se estuvo realizando, estuvo aconteciendo en el pasado, que puede ser un periodo de tiempo grande como puede ser un periodo de tiempo corto, ya que el pasado simple y el pasado progresivo se parecen en que lo pasado puede ser 5 minutes ago, 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Y en la última parte, no se nos olvide que un uso específico del pasado progresivo se encuentra en los casos donde yo quiero narrar dos situaciones que estuvieron ocurriendo al mismo tiempo en el pasado. Ahí es donde usamos la cláusula while. Como pueden ver, esta cláusula se puede mover. Es decir, la podemos poner acá como está aquí, while, o bien la podríamos pasar aquí. Es decir, I was playing in the court while Claudia was studying. Se puede intercambiar de posición. Igual sucede con when. Se puede pasar aquí adelante o en medio. Lo importante de esta cláusula es que nos ubica en dos cosas. While, mientras, es para situaciones que ocurrieron al mismo tiempo, at the same time in the past. Y when lo vamos a usar para cuando una actividad se estaba realizando en el pasado y fue interrumpida por otra. Aquí se asume que la actividad que se interrumpió, pues no se sabe si se continuó o no, pero la que interrumpe, esa sí se completó. Entonces, de tomar en cuenta que aquí vamos a recurrir a past simple. Por eso pueden ver acá el verbo run, pasado de run, para el pasado simple. Bueno, ahí tendríamos entonces esta parte. Let's go into continue. Now, ahora vamos a ir a la concepción en donde el complemento es la misma expresión de tiempo. Y pues ya depende de cada uno quedarnos con cuál concepción. Si consideramos la concepción gramatical que nos dice que el complemento es algo aparte de la time expression, o nos quedamos con esa que el complemento es la time expression y cualquier otra cosa. Okay, at first we have one definition. We have here the definition. We use the past progressive tense to talking about one fact or maybe one thing, one action that happened in the past, in the present moment that it happening, and maybe we can talking about time period that it happened in the past. Well, we have affirmative, negative, and interrogative. And pay attention for the structure or the syntaxis. One more time, we are going to say we have the subject. Here is the subject, and the subject. And then we have the second part for these sentences. Okay, yellow color is to be was, where, or was, where at the beginning for making a question. And then we have the verb in ing. Verb in ing form. In this case, we have here the ing form, not an ing form. But in this part, remember, is easy to remember to use this like weren't, wasn't, or weren't. Okay, and if we're thinking about this wasn't or weren't, it's not necessary to mark the part not, just verb in ing. And was, were, not, wasn't, weren't. Okay, and for the last one, here we have the other one is the verb in ing. And now that complement, we have that complement. In this case, that complement is everything. Maybe the expression time or another information. And take a look for the examples. Number one, Michael was working yesterday. We have subject was, verb in ing, and then we have like the complement and expression time, yesterday. The other one, Michael wasn't working yesterday. It's the same thing. We have subject to be in negative way, forming was not, were not, verb, and the complement one more time, yesterday. And for the question, was Michael working yesterday? Okay, is the same. Con esto entonces estaríamos cerrando esa idea de que existen lo que vendría siendo dos concepciones de ver la parte del complemento. La estructura elemental es sujeto, was, were y ing. Para afirmativo, para el caso del negativo, sujeto, wasn't, weren't y verbo en ing. Y para la interrogativa, lo que vendría siendo el was, were al principio, luego el subject y luego el ing. Pero aquí vamos a separar este question mark porque esta parte es única de la forma interrogativa. Ok, pero en resumen, el complemento para esta concepción lo forman la time expression y cualquier otra información que demos. Es como resumido, más condensado en la parte del complemento. Ok, siguiendo entonces esta idea, vamos a ir ahora a lo que vendría siendo estos ejemplos. Estos ya los habíamos visto en algo que está previamente, pero aquí los vamos a ir desglosando. We have positive is like affirmative. Okay, pay attention to what we are going to do. Blue color, you, subject for this one. They, subject. I, another subject. She, subject. It, subject. Okay, and then here we go with the verb to be formed in the past. Where, was, another was, another was. And then here we go with the ing. Watching, studying, washing, reading, reading. Okay. And now we are going to thinking about make a separation between the complement and between the expression time. Okay, we have here, for example, for complement, you were watching television. Okay, until television is the complement. They were studying math. Here is the complement. I was washing the dishes. Okay, the complement. She was reading the book is the complement. It was raining yesterday evening. There is no complement for extra information, just an expression time. Okay, now we are going to mark the expression time. Last night for this one, yesterday for this other, And in this case, I was washing the dishes. We don't have, in this part, we are not going to find an expression time. In the other one, no, there is no expression time. In the last one, yes, yesterday evening. Okay, we have two sentences, and pay attention for this because in these sentences we have the clausal. Let's see, I'm going to use red color for this. When, as, when, as, and the comma, just the comma. The other part in these sentences is a past simple tense. This part is past simple tense. Past simple tense. Ok, bien, hasta acá veríamos esta situación considerando, separando los elementos de estas oraciones entre sujeto, el to be en pasado, el ing form del verbo. Lo que vemos en pink color vendría siendo el complemento. O sea, si decimos you were watching television, hasta ahí tendríamos una oración con un complemento. Pero cuando le agregamos last night, agregamos una expression time que nos ubica en qué momento del pasado se dio esa acción. Eso está claro, digamos, para la one, la two y la última. Pero las que están en medio son los casos en donde utilizamos una oración en pasado progresivo y le sumamos una oración en pasado simple que llegó a interrumpir lo que se estaba haciendo en el pasado. Entonces, nótese que hay dos formas de plantearla. Una es utilizando la cláusula when, que puede ir en medio, between the two sentences, o puede ir al principio. Y la otra alternativa es utilizando as y una coma. Que eso ya explicábamos que lo podemos traducir como en el momento, ¿verdad? En que ella estaba haciendo esto, la otra llegó. Bien, eso lo hemos hecho con los affirmative. Vamos a ir a los negative y en los negative vamos a marcar, pero asumiendo la concepción de que la expression time y el complement es lo mismo. Ok, what do we have here? Let's see. You, they, I, and she, and it. Okay, these are all the subject in these sentences. Now we go with yellow color. We are going to look for where not. In this case is weren't, were not, was not, wasn't. Remember, for speaking, it's better to use as contraction. Wasn't, and wasn't one more time, and it wasn't. And now we go with the green ones. The ing form, watching, studying, washing, reading, and reading. And now we're going to use the pink one for the complements. Television last night. All that is the complement. Math yesterday. The dishes. The book. Yesterday evening. Okay, and here we have the clausal when. It's another part. And for this one is as and the comma. And we are going to mark the past tense with light blue color. This is the past simple tense. Past simple tense sentences. The phone rang, Alice came, another past simple tense sentences. Okay, here we have. Entonces, hasta ahí tendríamos esa situación en la cual estamos aplicando las dos concepciones. Si lo vemos de esa manera, las dos concepciones están en lo cierto. Depende de qué autor consultemos esa separación de las expression time de lo que sería el complemento. Pero al final de cuentas, la estructura viene siendo similar. Pero, nuevamente, nos daremos cuenta que en esas situaciones, hay situaciones en las cuales no es necesario posiblemente un complemento, ni va a ser necesario una expresión de tiempo, siempre y cuando sepamos a qué momento o hay un contexto previo que indique a qué momento nos estamos refiriendo. Ahí es donde se omiten las expression time. Ok, hasta ahí esta parte y vamos a ir ahora a ver las questions. Con esas vamos a terminar. Okay, pay attention for this because here we are going to find something interesting. We are going to begin with the to be form, where, because our question, where, was, and another was. And here we go with the subjects. You, they, I, she, and it. Okay, and the very ing, washing, studying, washing, in this case is washing, reading, and raining. And thinking about the complement, this is the complement. Television last night is the complement. Math yesterday is the complement. The dishes is the complement. The book is the complement. Yesterday evening is gonna be the complement. Okay, and here we have the question mark at the ending for each of these sentences. Remember, question mark is part of a sentences when we are going to make a question one. And we have here the clausal when and when. And the past simple sentences, the phone rang and they came. Okay, pay attention to this. Ya habrán notado que en estas oraciones donde se mezcla los dos tiempos verbales, en donde se estaba haciendo una actividad y otra actividad interrumpió la que se estaba realizando en el pasado, no aparece la forma de as y de la idioma aquí, sino que las dos aparecen con when. Eso es porque esa peculiaridad de utilizar el as para plantear eso, ¿verdad? En el momento en el que estaba haciendo esto, pasó lo otro, solo se puede hacer para los affirmative y para lo que vendría siendo los negative statements. Para las questions no se puede utilizar el as. Tiene que ser con esta estructura, con el when between. Incluso ni lo podemos mover el when de posición. Ya estas son un poquito más cerradas y tienen que quedar de esa manera. Y nuevamente, last night, yesterday, yesterday evening son expression time que podríamos considerar las partes del complemento, ¿verdad? De acuerdo a una concepción gramatical y de acuerdo a otra concepción separarlas, porque se considera que son específicamente información del time in the past. Ahora, interesante darnos cuenta de que en estas oraciones, ¿verdad? Con solo cambiar el was o el were en la estructura básica y poner am, are o is, estaríamos obteniendo presente progresivo. Y si quisiéramos irnos al futuro progresivo, pues bastaría con poner will, was o will, were y pues ya estaríamos con el futuro progresivo. Por eso es que los tiempos progresivos se vuelven fáciles, digamos, de manejar y de formar, porque entre ellos el único cambio que vamos a ver de manera sustancial se centra en el to be, en la forma del to be y en las expresiones de tiempo, que claro, el past tiene sus propias expresiones de tiempo, el present tiene sus propias expresiones de tiempo y el future también las tendrá. ¿Ya? Pero de manera general, eso hace que los progressive tenses se vuelvan very, very easy. Okay, well, bueno, vamos a finalizar hasta acá. Thank you for coming, everybody. We are going to say bye-bye, but remember, tomorrow we have another class. Please take care and may God bless you. Goodbye.
Bye bye, goodbye.
See you
Bye
tonight.
bye, teacher.
Goodbye. Thank you.